What's up, everybody? Tony Beats Guy here, back with Facebook Friday. That's where I take your questions and answer them in a video format like this. If you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you go to facebook.com/TonyBeatsGuy. Hit that like button on the Facebook page. I post funny pictures over there. I post videos over there. I let you know what I'm doing with my channel. All the good stuff. So make sure you go over there. Now, I know we're going to do Twitter Tuesday, but I didn't get enough questions asked on Twitter, so no Twitter Tuesday last week. But if you want to use the hashtag TWUESDAY every Tuesday on Twitter, I will answer those questions. And today, we have some good ones. So let's get right into Facebook Friday. First question coming in is, who do you think will be on the cover of WWE 2K15? Now, I was going to say Daniel Bryan, and I think Daniel Bryan still is a good answer for a cover because he is the guy and everybody likes him. But he was on the alternative cover of WWE 2K14, so I could see some people getting mad about that. Another guy that I really think should be on the cover, Brock Lesnar. If you don't know, Paul Heyman's client, Brock Lesnar, defeated The Streak. It's got to be in the game. He's got to be on the cover. I mean, it's either him or Daniel Bryan. If you could pick any wrestler in the world to be in WWE, who would it be? Now, this is a tough one because there's a lot of guys that I would really like to go to WWE. I would say probably out of everybody, I would have to go with AJ Styles. If they could keep him as he is, as the character he is, and just bring him onto the main roster, I would like that. I don't know. No, I'm uncertain they won't do that. But that's the one guy I think should go. I think Samoa Joe should go as well. I also think Christopher Daniels should go. I think there's a lot of guys that could have awesome careers in WWE if they let them happen. Just like CM Punk, just like Daniel Bryan, just like Cesaro. All that clique. I think I really like that group of guys that were sort of from the same mold and the same group. You know, the Kazarian, the Daniels, the Joes, the Punks, the Bryans, Cesaros, the AJ Styles, all those guys that came up at the same time pretty much. Those are the guys that I want to see in WWE. All right, I guess I'll answer this one. What is the worst thing that you have ever done? Man, I can't even think about that. I don't think I've really done too many terrible things. I'm naturally not a bad person. I didn't want to get drunk before the age of 21. I wasn't into drugs and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's not that bad of a person. I wish I was a badass. I guess I wronged people a couple times, stole some things, had premarital sex. I don't know. I don't think I've really been that terrible of a person, so I can't answer that. I don't know. What is your favorite pay-per-view except WrestleMania? Wow, that's a really good question. I was gonna say Royal Rumble, and it probably still is Royal Rumble because it's one of the longest standing traditions in WWE is the Royal Rumble. I've never been to a Royal Rumble, and I'd love to go to the Royal Rumble. I just think it's awesome with the atmosphere, the surprises, and all that good stuff. I would say now, though, I really do like Money in the Bank. I think that's a hot pay-per-view, but Royal Rumble, I guess, then Money in the Bank, then SummerSlam, or maybe, you know, SummerSlam before Money in the Bank. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but I do really like Royal Rumble. What is your favorite movie? That's a really good question. Favorite movie? I don't know. It's going to be one of those movies that everybody says. I like Fight Club. I love Pulp Fiction. I love Reservoir Dogs. I love Dumb and Dumber's a classic. That's probably my all-time favorite comedy is just the original Dumb and Dumber. I mean, I don't know. There's so many great movies. I'm a huge movie buff. I really like documentaries as well. I like watching about people. Like Trekkies is an amazing documentary. You don't even have to be a fan of Star Trek to watch Trekkies. Winnebago Man's an awesome one. The King of Kong is amazing. That's about Donkey Kong. So there's just a lot of movies I like. I really enjoy all kinds of movies. I'd say comedy is my favorite. I really like Dumb and Dumber, though. That's probably my all-time favorite movie. Just because that was like the first movie that I remember laughing my ass off about was that movie. And still to this day, it was one of my top movies. So I guess Dumb and Dumber as far as comedies, and probably Pulp Fiction just because of how great the story was back in the day. When that movie came out, it was so groundbreaking. But all-time favorite, I guess, now that I think about it, Dumb and Dumber. What dream match do you want to see that might be possible? Well, the one that I always wanted was Austin and Hogan, and I still think to this day that they should have done Austin and Hogan at WrestleMania 18. You could have Rock and Scott Hall. I think that would have been a better setup, but they didn't go that way. So the one that I do want to see that I think is possible is Undertaker and Sting. I think now that Sting's a part of the WWE, we could see that match. So this is the question of the day. Let me know in the comment section below, what dream match do you want to see that might be possible? It can be anything that you want to see, but let me know. I'm interested to know. Leave a comment. And our final question, I had to pick this because New Japan is going up against Ring of Honor this weekend and next weekend, and then New Japan, I think, is coming back to Japan, and after all that stuff's all over. So, in your opinion, what are the differences between New Japan and TV wrestling, aka WWE and TNA? Well, first off, I will let you know it's Japanese, so you're going to get different commentary. And the commentary does kind of turn off people right away. They think, wow, I can't understand the language. Why would I want to watch this? Well, it is actually a very good commentary. I like the commentary. You can't understand everything they say, but they do say the moves in English. And they also like to use English words, and it's very funny when they use English words because the Young Bucks came in and they attacked somebody and they said, "Young Bucksu, please go home. Please go home, Young Bucksu." And it was hilarious and it's great and it's awesome. So I would recommend watching it in the Japanese commentary because it's awesome and I like it and I love it. One of the other differences is outside interference is legal. As long as it's outside of the ring, it is legal. And also outside of the ring, there is a 20 count out, which you all probably know by playing the video games. But there's a 20 count out on the outside for that. They do have a faction over in New Japan called the Bullet Club, which is basically all of the white guys. Not all the white guys, but a lot of white guys. You have the Young Bucksu. You have Bad Luck Fale. You have Machine Gun Carl Anderson. You now have Yujiro, who's basically the Val Venus of New Japan. You have AJ Styles also, and Tomotonga. And the deal with that is their gimmick is basically ripping off everything else cool. They do the Wolfpack symbol. They do a little gun thing. They do suck it. They said believe in the Bullet Club. That's their gimmick, and it's awesome because over in Japan you don't see a lot of outside interference. You don't see a lot of American type wrestling tactics. It's more in the ring, and it's more just we're gonna fight, and then that's it. So the Bullet Club is different than anything going on in Japan because they do all the American stuff and they get a lot of heel heat from it. Now what you will notice is that when Americans try to have feuds with Japanese guys, what they will do is they will cut a promo in the ring. It usually happens after a match. You'll see a guy come in the ring and he'll cut a promo and he will say something that is very, very easy for the Japanese fans to understand. Like one promo was, "Remember 10 years ago when I beat you? I'm going to beat you again, but this time for the title." And he held up the belt and he pointed to it. So that's basically how it works. I mean, you got to just understand that it's Japanese wrestling. The style's a little bit different. There's a lot of great things that I like about it. Like number one, if you defend your title successfully, you get a little trophy at the end of the match, which is great. Before title matches, they have a little video package for that. They play a theme. They show a little Tron thing, which shows all the previous champions. So that's awesome. And that's about all you really need to know about New Japan. The biggest thing I would say is just to look up New Japan Titantrons. They're actually called VTRs, but look those up online, watch those, because that's the best way that you can learn about the characters. Just learn about the characters and watch the matches, and that's the best way to watch it. If you want to check it out, you can go to ustream.tv/NJPW to check out their shows. You have to pay for them, but it's a thing that you can do, and I would say go for it, make it happen. Honestly, New Japan is probably my second favorite behind WWE. So that is all you need to know about New Japan Pro Wrestling to get informed about the upcoming events with the Ring of Honor. Just learn about the Bullet Club, listen to their theme songs, watch some stuff. Just Google it. Just look up New Japan Pro Wrestling and try and find some matches. That's the best way that you can learn about it. So, sorry I had a little New Japan rant there, but that's probably the easiest way to understand it. It's not too different. You just got to get used to the Japanese commentary and get used to the Japanese talent, and you'll be fine. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming out for Facebook Friday. Remember, question of the day, what's your dream match that you want to see? Anyway, guys, that is it. Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.